Clap for me.
Thank you very much, Dr. Silvi, for this early morning or getting closer to afternoon chemistry class. Is Prof. Okan here? Oh, I wanted him to mark you. All right. So we're at a point where we receive, the students want to make some presentations. So we'll go in this order. We'll go by School of Medicine, medical students, PA, and then pharmacy. So I now want to call the representatives from medical school to give their statements, and then they make their presentations right after giving their statements. Shall we welcome them, please?
The chairperson, Professor Lydia Aziato, the Pro-Vice Chancellor, the Registrar, all deans and directors present, distinguished invited guests, our wonderful guest, Professor Ifua Hesi, esteemed faculty, my amazing classmates, fellow White Coat ceremony participants, all protocols observed, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor and a privilege to stand before you on this momentous day as we celebrate our achievements and look forward to our future. As I reflect on our journey, I am filled with gratitude and joy, remembering the countless memories we have created together. Let me tell you our incredible story. Once upon a time, we, MBCHB 2026, stepped foot onto this campus, feeling like nervous kids who needed a map to find lecture halls. Those days where we all thought we were big fishes from the senior high schools that we were coming from. We were eager to answer chemistry, physics, biology, and mathematics questions to show we were forces to reckon with. MBCHB 2026, I dare you to recite the electron transport chain off head right now. Those were the days where we ran for buses as if we were competing for gold medals. This was when I learned that life is about survival of the fittest. The PA girls, I tip my hat to you. They are stronger than John Cena. And I'm sure they can give Samson in the Bible a run for his money. Trust me, you could never overtake them. So he just had to stand in the verse like that. That marathon in biology class with Dr. Malman was epic. Ladies and gentlemen, I didn't get anything after the formation of a zygote. How can we forget French sessions? There was always something fun to learn in that class, from acting drama to learning French songs, with choir master Kissy leading the charge, who always remember how to sing, Non, rien de rien. No, je ne confesse rien. Level 100 was fun. Then we moved to level 200, another phase to remember. Dr. Emily's eyes always hit different. With every eye, you had to go and do a recap of every bacteria in the world. Staphylococcus aureus, Staphylococcus saprophyticus, Staphylococcus epidermidis. I mean, so many stuff to learn. Dr. Orish, definitely being one of our favorite lecturers, always made class interesting. Immunology was fun and educative at the same time. Never a dull moment in his class. On one Friday, he told us that the memory cells, when they see the same pathogen invading the body again, they say to each other, Nahimi, they come again, kill him. Level 300, which is considered a death year in preclinical years, lived up to its name, being bombarded with IEs and presentations. We didn't even have time to complain. In anatomy dissection class, we were cutting blood vessels and nerves as if they were subcutaneous fat and aponeurosis, but confidently taking pictures after sessions as if we were professional surgeons. Steeplechases have hunted us for so long. We have suffered, my friends, but we have successfully moved on from those stations to OSCE stations. Well done, from frying pan to fire. Our dear Prof. Ali, expecting the very best from us, you always have to be on your toes. In his own words, I'm your first patient, and if I collapse, you should, be able to take care of me. Yes. You should know what you are doing, else people will be looking at you some way. If at the end of clinical methods you can't examine common hernia or the abdomen, then you failed already. You write a supplementary. Yes. People answering questions in class always made me think to myself, did I also come to the medical school? Are these my classmates? We still enjoyed some moments regardless. Dr. Magales explaining things to the most basic form possible and hitting on salient points. You'd always love pathology lectures. As a medical student, remember you need to learn every day. No, medical students, you don't come to the class late. No, remember God is inside to you. So you have to be disciplined. Okay. Falali. Mr. Jerry K with his famous bar. I'm talking about the genes in your body, not the genes you wear. This statement always got the class bursting with laughter, no matter how many times he said it. He will say we'll be moving at the speed of lightning, but we can spend about 15 minutes on one slide. And with Mr. Ohinijan always being punctual for sessions, well, level 300 was something different altogether. We appreciate all our lectures from level 100 first semester to level 300 second semester. They have truly done what Napoleon couldn't do. NBCHB 2026 says, Akpe. Oh, the camaraderie we shared, the late night study sessions, and the infectious laughter that filled the hallways. We may have teased each other for our blunders, not realizing the universe had a way of teaching us humility with its own surprises. Through it all, we made it this far, and look at what the Lord has done, producing many great figures, including the MSA Vice President and the MSA Treasurer, and many denominational presidents and vices, most notably Apostle E. Igbanaglu. So today, as we put on these white coats, let's cherish those memories, the moments of triumph, the lessons learned from our common struggles, and the laughter that helped us through the toughest times. Our journey has been marked by growth, not just as students, but as a family, united by the pursuit of knowledge and a shared passion for healing. I want to thank my fellow executives for all their support, the White Coat Ceremony Committee, the media team, and all who made NBCHB 2026 its success a reality up to now. So here's to the memories that shaped us, the tests that challenged us, and the friendships that will last as we embark on this noble path. Congratulations, NBCHB 2026, on reaching this milestone. May our white coats carry the weight of our memories, reminding us of the incredible journey that awaits us. We look forward to unexpected, stressful, but triumphant clinical years. For a well-fought NBCHB degree awaits us in the end. After all is well that ends all. I'll leave you with a Chinese quote by our MSA president. That gonfon bonfon yao zhen zhen. He said it means that whoever works hard deserves a reward. Thank you.
We would move on to the presentations. So we'd like to appreciate some very, very special people who have been fundamental to our journey so far. Professor Ali Ayamba. We say thank you for your leadership. It's been tough, but we know it comes from a place of love. To Dr. Orish Vena. Thank you for making medical school fun yet educative. Your lectures are always one to look forward to with your great sense of humor. To our soft-spoken yet effective biochemistry teacher, Mr. Jerry Quay. To Dr. Donatus Adongo, our Ghanaian ninja nerd. Pharmacology was a terror to some of us, but with you, it's been a breeze. To Dr. Magalis Lopez Cuba. You are such a beautiful soul. We are grateful for the compassion, dedication, and the many life lessons. And to our very own Dr. Raymond Mauman and Mr. Ohinijan Atiahene. You've been God's special gift to us. A huge thank you for your dedication and commitment. MBCHB 2026 is grateful. Moving on, we would like to show our appreciation to the following departments and specialties by presenting these beautiful artworks. So we would like our lecturers to kindly do us the honors of receiving this. So Departments of Basic Sciences, we present these two large frames for the Anatomy Lab, which was our home for the last 3 years, with our three pilots, Professor Ali, Dr. Mauman, and Mr. Ohinijan. We would also like to appreciate the physiology team, Mr. Rufai and his colleagues. The Department of Pathology, with the lovely Dr. Magalis Lopez Cuba as its head. To Dr. Emily Boachi-Adom, a master of her skill, on behalf of the Department of Immunology and Microbiology. Finally, we would also like to show our appreciation to the Department of Pharmacology, with Dr. Adongo receiving this. Thank you very much.
So we take the presentation and the statement from PA. We kindly ask that you be a little snappy for us, okay?
A speech delivered by Ms. Liliama Lolo Azuma, the class president for PA 2024 at the Maiden White Coat Ceremony for UHAS physician assistant students at the CD Auditorium. The chairperson, Professor Lydia Aziato, Professor Ifra Hesse, distinguished invited guests, faculty, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Being the first to cross the finish line does not make you a winner in only one phase of life. Actually, it's what you do after you cross the line that really matters. The chairperson, we, the physician assistantship class of 2024, are greatly honored to be given the opportunity to participate in this year's White Coat Ceremony. We thus acknowledge the administrative, staff, and faculty of the School of Medicine and the school administration for their relentless support and immense contribution to making our dream of participating in the yearly White Coat Ceremony a success. I must say that the entire class is so happy because this being our first time, we had to put in a lot of effort, and then by God's grace, we are here. So thank you very much for this opportunity. A Japanese proverb says, better than 1,000 days of diligent study is one day with a great teacher. So this goes to acknowledge the effort of our lecturers who taught us in the preclinical year. We have been blessed with dedicated lecturers who devoted their time to ensure that we understood the various concepts in the preclinical year. These great giants did not only instruct us as students, but then they inspired us to do greater, to discover our strength, and to work on our weaknesses. Through the countless unannounced quizzes, group presentations, and all that we went through, we just saw them as a training process because right now we have built a lot of muscles to chew the bones in the clinical year. It is quite interesting to know that the PA class of 2024 is a very diverse group of people. We have not limited ourselves to just the academic work, but we have gone the extra mile to achieve a lot of feats in the extracurricular activities. So I would mention a few notable feats that we have achieved. Among us, we have Queen Lolonyo, who is currently the face of Pasag National. We have Emmanuel Der Prince. He is the best judge for the 2021 Pan-African Universities for Public Speaking. And then he also came out as the overall best adjudicator for the UHAS Registrars Cup in 2022. We also have Bayer Raymond, who is the immediate past president of Pasag UHAS. We have Gato Felicia, the third runner-up for the National Marketing Queen. We have Aya Benedicta, the immediate past general secretary for Pasag UHAS. And I myself standing here, I'm currently the Pasag National Health Officer, and the list is just endless. Despite the issues regarding the progression of PAs after school, I would like to urge PA 24 that work hard. Let's continue to be the best version of ourselves. Just as the Bible admonishes us, let's work while it is day, because the night cometh when no man can work. Let's strive so hard to excel so that when we stand before our patients, we can correctly diagnose them and manage them, and if there need be, refer to the higher centers. Just as this White Coat Ceremony marks a major milestone in our academic journey, let us continue to partner with UHAS to churn out the best physician assistants in the country. I would like to conclude my speech with this quote from Denzel Washington, which says, "Ease is a greater threat to progress than success." As we don our white coats today, which Prof. Lydia mentioned that is a symbol of professionalism, let's remember to embrace the responsibility that comes with it. Our patients entering our consulting room means that they entrust their lives into our hands, so we have to deliver the best. It is surely not going to be easy, but at the end of it all, we will be glad we did it. Let us transform our dreams to a reality. One white coat, one PA, one patient. Thank you. Okay. So before we step down, we'd like to acknowledge the great work of some of our lecturers. And because this is our first time, we just restricted our awards to departments. So we are giving awards to 4 departments, and I would call on Spendelav to step forward. So Spendelav is also the immediate past academic chairperson for PASAG UHAS. She has achieved a lot of great feats there as well. Yes. So this first citation goes to the Department of Pathology, headed by Dr. Magalis. So Dr. Magalis has a certain love for our class, that she always organizes outdoor events for us where we gather as a class and then we enjoy ourselves. So we want to really appreciate her for the good work. And so the second citation goes to the Department of Surgery, headed by Prof. Ewuku. So we humbly invite, Department of Internal Medicine, headed by Prof. Ewuku. So the one presenting the award is Bayer Raymond, the immediate past president of PASAG UHAS. And Prof. Ewuku, as we all know, is calm, reminding us of the ICE and taking his time to explain everything to us. So let's give a round of applause to him. Thank you very much. And the third department is the Department of Basic Medical Sciences. And I humbly call on Dr. Maoman to take this award for the department. So the person presenting this award is Ms. Gato Felicia, a former PRO of the University Choir, and then the third runner-up of the National Marketing Queen Pageantry. So Mr. Maoman, we love you so much. God bless you for your good work. And the last but not the least department will be awarding is the Obstetrics and Gynecology Department. And this award is presented by Queen Lolonyo, the current face of PASAG National Queen. And okay, so invite Prof. Dr. Azanu to take this award. So one thing we noticed about the Obs and Gynae department was that they were very structured. The outline they gave us, they always follow the outline, and they were always on time to class. So we appreciate them so much, and we are looking forward to a greater experience in the clinical year. Thank you.
Last but not the least, we invite the rep from pharmacy to come give their statement.
The chairperson, Professor Ifwa A.J. Hesse, esteemed administrative staff, and faculty members, distinguished guests, parents and guardians, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols duly observed. Good morning. Today, we gather here for this momentous occasion, the White Coat Ceremony, to mark our entry into our clinical years. We have been longing to see this day, and even the heavens would bear witness to the countless preparations, rehearsals for the perfect walk, the scout for the perfect suit or beautiful dress to be worn for this ceremony. For some of us, the wait process felt longer than a slow release formulation. But today is finally here. RX25, our day is here. 5 years ago, if anyone had prophesied that our class would persist to this day, I would have unequivocally concurred and shouted my loudest amen. Our synergistic resolve and zeal propelled us through the thermodynamics and pharmacodynamic stress of pharmacy school, which almost, if not entirely, broke down our bodies at certain points of each semester. The journey of UHAS RX25 commenced on the 7th of September 2019, uniting 54 individuals from all walks of life and second cycle institutions. We were ready to embark on a journey we had different perspectives about. Regrettably, a few comrades diverged from our path, leaving us as a resilient class of 44. With confidence in our past glories, our minds brimmed with diverse mental pictures of how smooth and seamless the journey would be for us. And so we entered the realm of foundation chemistry, SOPH 121, with unwavering confidence. However, our very first pre-lab quiz swiftly dispelled our delusions, leaving us humbled and without mercy. I remember when we began to question our intelligence as the course rep shared our very first marked IA script, and we realized none of us had above half of the mark. Upon asking the lecturer, he made a profound statement, which we have carried with us till this present day. He said, and I quote, "For you to survive in School of Pharmacy, you need to have extra shock absorbers so you can absorb the shocks and surprises that will come your way." We immediately learned that our past glories were not shock absorbers, and pharmacy school was no joke. It was nothing like senior high school, and we needed to adjust quickly. Just when we were about to find our feet in pharmacy school, the world was hit with the COVID-19 pandemic. Overnight, our classrooms became virtual, and face-to-face interactions became a distant memory. We left campus to our various homes, finding ourselves thrust into a whole new reality, one filled with uncertainty. Studying the complex organic chemistry online, writing online quizzes, submitting assignments at the midnight hours close to the submission time, dozing off during Zoom classes, among others, we had our own share of the effects of COVID-19. Despite these challenges, we refused to let the pandemic derail our dreams. We adapted to the online learning, mastering the intricacies of the then so complex organic chemistry, pharmaceutics, and pharmacognosy. As the world began to recover, we came back to campus and rooted our feet in this noble academic journey. While COVID-19 may have disrupted our journey, it also strengthened our resolve to make a difference in the world of pharmacy. Navigating through the years to this point has only been by the grace of God, and we give him all the glory. We can't overlook the countless impromptu lab quizzes and the jaw-dropping results which could earn you an admission at the intensive care unit. After spending hours writing lab reports. Oh, the joy we felt after completing the ever-tormenting laboratory sessions. From the times in the pharmaceutics lab, when we were enthusiastic about preparing syrups to save lives, when the syrups we prepared couldn't even save our marks. be spirit. We can't help but appreciate how, with time, these experiences have strengthened the covalent bonds among us and shaped us into the awesome persons we are now, who are ready for our clinical phase of training. With the help of a message popular to most pharmacy students titled Philadelphia Spirit, the entire class has been transformed to appreciate the importance of teamwork. For RX25, I would say we have come a long way. We can boldly say that we are a step closer to becoming 7-star pharmacists. Indeed. And we are confident, as we always say, that we'll be kings and queens, and they will love us. We built a family that was not only noted for academic excellence, but also as a hub of outstanding student leadership. To save this ceremony some time, we wouldn't name the numerous colleagues who held both religious and political positions in this community and beyond. But don't be surprised when you see us as part of the next phase of leaders of this country. As we wear our white coats with great pride, humility, and responsibility, let us embody the core values of pharmacy: professionalism, patient-centered care, and a commitment to lifelong learning. Let us remember that our role extends beyond the pharmacy counter. We are advocates for patient health. We are educators, researchers, and importantly, advocates contributing to advancements in pharmaceutical sciences. As we continue this incredible journey, we want to acknowledge the dedication and sacrifices of our families, our friends, and faculty especially, who have supported us throughout our preclinical years. We will remember in our clinical years and beyond to connect the dots and not to learn in silos. We will do our best to run ahead of the horsemen and make you prouder in the year 2025. Thank you for being pillars of strength. Thank you for your guidance, encouragement, and unwavering belief in our abilities. To all and sundry, we say Akwe. Thank you.
So the pharmacy students would also like to show their appreciation by making a few presentations to faculty. So the first person who would like to show appreciation is Professor T.C. Fletcher, who happens to be the former dean for School of Pharmacy. For the Department of Pharmaceutical Chemistry, Dr. Emmanuel Oman will do us the honor. And then finally, Dr. Donatus Adongo would take for the Department of Pharmacology and Toxicology. So we would like to really appreciate all your efforts for teaching us and then for helping us. So, and to my audience, thank you all for your attention too.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's time to listen to the address of the special invited guests. Before I read her profile, I have to tell you that she was my teacher. 1992, I think it was. I was a junior clerk like you now. I was a student like you, and she was my teacher at that time. So you can imagine what it is to stand here to introduce her. Feels like I'm having my own white coat ceremony. But Professor Hesse is a pediatric surgeon, medical educator, and hospital administrator with over 39 years of experience in her work in both the UK and Ghana. She graduated with a gold medal as the top student in her class from the University of Ghana Medical School in December 1976. Having earned credits in surgery and community health and a distinction in obstetrics and gynecology. After receiving a postgraduate training in the UK, she returned to Ghana and joined the University of Ghana Medical School as a lecturer in 1988, progressing to become full professor in 2011, also as the first female professor of pediatric surgery at the University of Ghana Medical School. I've already given the history of surgery lecture, but this is an update. You can take it as that. I'm not giving you slides for this one, so you better write. She held the position of president of the Medical Women's Association of Ghana and served as the president of the Medical Women's International Association from 2010 to 2013, another first for a female, a Ghanaian, second in the history of Africa, in the 100-year history of the association. She was the first female to serve as head of the pediatric surgery unit of the Department of Surgery at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. She went on to become the Director of Medical Affairs and subsequently the acting CEO of the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. If I were to read all the things, we will not leave here today. I'll skip and tell you some of the things that you should note for multiple choice questions. She's an educator, I've told you that already. She's a trainer for undergraduate and postgraduate levels in general and pediatric surgery at the University of Ghana Medical School. She has served as external examiner at a number of medical schools in the country, as well as in Gambia, postgraduate colleges across West Africa. The School of Medical Sciences of Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, the School of Medical Sciences of UDS, UCC, Faculty of Surgery of the West African College of Surgeons, the Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons, Postgraduate Medical College of Nigeria, having trained several generations of pediatric surgeons, both in Ghana and across West Africa. I ended up becoming a pediatric cardiac surgeon, and she was one of my main inspirations. She was elected as chairperson of the Ghana chapter of the West African College of Surgeons in 2021, has served as chairperson of the Faculty of Surgery of the Ghana College. She was nominated as internal assessor for the new Faculty of Orthopedics and Trauma of the Ghana College from 2021 to 2025. She has done many, many things you can imagine. One of them is instituting the training of wanzams. I'm sure some of you don't know what a wanzam is. This is somebody who used to circumcise males, not a doctor, but she was one of the people who trained these wanzams. She's done a lot of peer reviews for a lot of the journals. She was elected president of the Ghana section of the International College of Surgeons in 2021. She's co-founder and president of the leading medical school in Ghana, the Accra College of Medicine, since 2015, which in November 2020 graduated the first batch of doctors from a private medical school in Ghana and has further graduated a fourth batch in December of last year. Professor Hesse is married to Reverend Professor Adekoye Hesse, a Reverend Minister of the Presby Church and a Professor of Internal Medicine and Physiology for over 47 years. They are blessed with 4 children and 16 grandchildren. All to the glory of God. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me to welcome to the podium my teacher, Professor Efua Hesse.
Oh, it's turned afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Madam Vice Chancellor and Chairperson, may I stand on existing established protocols as I proceed with my few words. I shall try and make it few because I know everyone is waiting to go and celebrate. I want to thank the Dean, Professor Edwin, and the Council for this invitation to address your students. And I'm very honored about it, and don't take this lightly at all. Thank you for the introduction. I don't share my profile to boast, but I share it to encourage others that if I have been able to get this far, by God's grace, you can get even further. This white coat ceremony has been very impressive. And as has been said by previous speakers, it marks a transition for students from the preclinical studies to the clinical program. And the clinical program is where you actually meet and interact with patients for the first time. And you have to then use the principles that you have learned in the first 2 or 3 years. And these then become real. You've got your stethoscope, which is your tool of trade. You've got your BNF, which will help you write the right doses. And we know how important dosage is. This period from now on then becomes more practical, and it requires a lot more committed work from you. So you have to be ready to work even harder than your preclinical years. It was interesting to hear you remind yourselves of all the things that you went through from level 100 to where you are right now. You must stay focused and determined. Integrity is the key to the great professional. Be truthful in your documentation of your learning during this period, in your logbooks. Remember that if you have not documented it, no matter what claims you make, you have not done it. And you should not be forging your faculty signatures when you think they are difficult to find. Now, you learn most at the bedside applying the principles that you have learned in the preclinical years. So the wards are where you are going to learn the real medicine. Spend your time there. And wherever else you are required by your faculty as determined in your logbooks. From that time on, not so much time in the books. The books are after you have done the practicals in wherever setting you are. By the time those of you for the MB-CHB would have qualified, the Medical and Dental Council would have instituted the compulsory licential examination from 2025 for medical doctors, where you and all graduating doctors, no matter where they trained, will have to take this exam before being placed on the Medical and Dental Council registers. Now, this will mean a double whammy of examinations after your final exam in the university. I know the pharmacists have a similar pathway also. But remember that every experience you go through is a learning opportunity. There's something to learn every time that you can use later. Now, the time to make mistakes is at this learning phase. Believe me, it will be 100 times worse when you are made to look foolish, or when you look foolish in front of everyone, especially your patients, when you have qualified. So look foolish in front of a few people and your faculty now, so that you will learn and not repeat your mistakes, because you will be corrected. In Ghana, it seems we have a disease where we are very fond of identifying problems. And then we complain and we complain and we complain. But try and make every problem, or see every problem as a solution waiting to be found. So it becomes a challenge for you. And when you do that, you'll find that you become innovative, thinking, and entrepreneurial. Every problem is a challenge and a solution waiting to be found. Remember that what is right, and what is wrong can never be right. Truth-telling, integrity will always pay a great dividend. These were lessons that I learned very early on. And the most critical one was never compromise on doing the wrong thing. It will catch up with you. Integrity in the health profession is key. Always doing the right thing, whether people are watching you or not. Remembering that though man may not see you, God does, and he ultimately will be the judge and the rewarder of everybody. Having your own set of values will see you through your professional life, and that is crucial. Hopefully, these will be the same values that you will espouse as personal values. Your professional values should not be different. Just like some people wait till Sunday, they go to church, and as soon as they close the door from church, they revert to being something else. That should not be so. Your professional life should be comparable with your personal life. Because what you're aiming to do is to build your personal brand. As you progress in the profession, whichever area you are in, what do you want to be remembered for? In Ghana, when we talk about key soap, what do people remember? Maybe some of those who were in my generation, what do you remember? The tradition goes on and on. That is their brand. They've built it. They've shown excellence. They've shown durability. So quality, durability, excellent results, because their motto suggests it. The tradition goes on and on. So when your names are mentioned, what is the slogan people are going to remember? Will it be, oh, that hard-working doctor and student? Or will it be, oh, that lazy so-so and so? They're always making excuses and they don't know how to do anything. The choice is yours. Start building your brand from today, going forwards. And make sure that the values of integrity, passion, commitment, and excellence will always be attached to your name. I was embarrassed when your Vice Chancellor mentioned those. I hadn't really thought about them. But those have been my personal values, and I'm not ashamed to own up to them. Be known for being just and not discriminatory in terms of social status or financial means of education or anything else. That will make people feel inferior when they're in your presence, or that will discriminate to make people feel more superior. Keep adding value to yourselves. I'm so glad to hear that so many of you have things outside of the healthcare profession. That's adding value to yourself. So when people are looking for models or looking for examples or looking for people to give opportunities to, your name will be the one that will come to their mind. And you can do this through educating yourself broadly, not just in medicine or in pharmacy. At the Accra College of Medicine, our core values are what I mentioned earlier, and those we have lived by. And at the center of our core values, we have something we call heart power. It embodies compassion, empathy, willingness to go the extra mile for others, irrespective of where they come from. Never look down on anyone. What you have now is a blessing. Don't take it for granted, because conditions can change in a matter of seconds, and roles can be reversed in a matter of seconds. So somebody you were nasty to is your junior. The next minute you have moved on and they become your senior. And what then happens? Don't worry about getting praise of people. That will follow. The awards will follow. Treat everyone you meet equally with dignity and respect. Can you imagine all the blessings your patients will pronounce on you every day when they remember what you did for them, how you made them feel, as opposed to the curses when you disrespect or maltreat anyone? The other thing I want to remind you is that time doesn't wait for any man or any woman. And procrastination is truly the thief of time. Avoid it like the plague. Don't put off till tomorrow what you can do today, because none of us has tomorrow. We only have today for sure. Until tomorrow arrives as today, you don't have it. So you cannot count on it. And don't be like most Ghanaians, being on time, and be known for being on time. In Ghana, the term Ghana time is a cop-out or an excuse. Don't buy it. We are Greenwich Mean Time, GMT, because the meridian which bisects time zones passes right through Tema. Let us recognize and stick to it. When you are punctual and you are on time, you are showing respect for other people. So whatever you have to do, make sure you are there on time and be the one to wait for others. Then love your country. Don't be in a hurry to abandon it and go and develop another country. We are the only ones who can develop our own country. You are the future. Dream the dreams and follow God's lead to make this country what you want it to be. Speak up for the voiceless and educate and teach at every opportunity, because ignorance can kill and does kill. Your conversation with everyone should be full of grace. Your work should be attractive to everyone. Let what they say about you be positive. By all means, some will say negative things, but let the positive side, that you have integrity, even if it's described as you being hard, be hard. Later, be disciplinarian. Later, they will come and thank you for showing them that direction. Thank God you will not bend. Thank God none of you is going to take any money that you cannot provide a receipt for. Thank God you will not divert patients to your private clinic or pharmacy from the public facility. In my experience, if you go chasing money, it runs away from you. But if you seek excellence in everything you do, you are leading, you are innovating, you are applying appropriate technology, even in this resource-poor environment, money will come chasing you so much that you and your descendants will never be in want. And I'm not joking. Think about this. I know that when you started in level 100, you could not wait for this time when you go to the clinics and so on. Don't get impatient or get tired and weary and stop attending because you think no one is watching. Remember, God is always watching. It will require more commitment from you in this phase if you're going to be able to learn and do things properly. Your theme is speaking to entrepreneurial excellence in healthcare. So your aim should be to contribute to improving specific world targets for practitioner to patient ratios in Ghana. Keep your eye focused on that aspiration. Imbibe all the knowledge and develop the mindset of not waiting for government to provide a job for you once you are past the regulatory requirements. Look at how you yourselves can come together in group practices and provide employment for yourselves. I'm about to finish, but I want to mention my newest mentee, Maoko Afeti. Where are you? Congratulations. He sought me out, and he's been corresponding with me. Well done. I hope some of what I have said today will stay with all of you, and you remember it as you go forwards. May God be your guide. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much. Before I give my closing remarks, may the choir give me a danceable tune. Last year, pharmacy student won. This year, I want to see whether PA students will take over. very much. So this year, is it medicine? Last year was pharmacy, so this year, I think it's medicine. Clap for yourselves. Anyway, we thank God for a successful program. I said from the beginning that the planning committee did a good job, and I think that I'm vindicated. Our distinguished guest speaker, the one I looked up to, even though I didn't get close. 71 years down the line, you can see that she served this nation with all her heart. She left her mark, and she's contributed to the growth of this nation in terms of the field or the discipline that she belonged to. Professor Hesse, we are grateful. Your students who are here are grateful. Your mentees are grateful. And those of us who watch from far, we are grateful for the examples you set for us. Example of your punctuality, example of your professionalism, example of the way your work was quality. Doctor, surgeon, surgeon. We are very grateful for the landmark that you have set for us in this country. That said, we have picked a lot of life lessons from today's ceremony. I like the video from the School of Medicine. I like the way you chronicled your journey. I would love to have a copy of that video. I like the one who brought that innovation. And for pharmacy and PA, next year, give us something to also see your journey. That said, I also like the show of appreciation. You receive and you give. You have received from your faculty, from the department, the sacrifices thereof. And you have shown appreciation for what they have done for you. And I encourage you to continue showing appreciation as you journey along, not only for faculty, but for the preceptors that are going to take over in the clinical years. I also like the involvement of our part-time faculty. For the pharmacy, all the people who help us to rope our students, you are telling us that you didn't just come as a part-timer, but you came as part of UHAS. You're going to continue to mentor our students for the rest of their career. And we are very, very grateful, and we want to appreciate your commitment to service. I am also very, very drawn to some keywords in the oath that you took. I pray that you remember your own oath. One of them that attracted me is I will treat my patient with dignity, respect their individuality, and safeguard their confidence. Advocate, educate, empower. These are very, very strong words. These are words that can take you through your career. And like I said from the beginning, this is not just a ceremonial. It is a reflective ceremony. It's a ceremony that gives you that responsibility. You know, preclinical years, but when you enter the clinical year, you have a bigger responsibility. And in the oath, you also said that you teach. It means that when the younger ones come, now you are senior. You are obliged to help us teach them. And then in the oath also, you also said that you commit yourself to lifelong learning. It means that the journey will not end after your clinical years. You come back for your postgraduate studies or your membership fellowship and other programs. So I wish that you go over your oath, you let it sink into your spirit, man, your bone and your flesh, and you live the oath. That said, what are the take-home messages from the very, very down-to-earth, simple keynote speech that we have received today? I like when Prof said, look foolish in front of few people. Your colleagues, your teachers, say you don't know and be taught. Rather than grow wings, you go out there and go and discredit yourself and put somebody's life at risk. I wrote a number, but I'll just take 3 of them. Look foolish in front of few people. I also took out what is right, no compromises thereof. What is right, no compromises thereof. And lastly, I took out integrity. This is already in our ethos, our values as a university. Excellence, innovation, integrity, service, and care. Integrity is the center of all. And I wish that as inductees today to the clinical fields, fortunately the program is online. I recommend that you go back and listen again to the speech. This speech is a life-changing speech. And I wish that you listen to it again, you make your own notes, and you live. And you live the admonitions of our guest speaker. Before we leave here, our parents who are here, our stakeholders who are here, friends of UHAS, our roads still pending. If you know anybody who matter in government, advocates for the university, you came in, you saw our road. Our laboratory complex just behind this auditorium is the largest in the country, maybe in the sub-region. Unfortunately, it didn't come finished. We are looking for companies, individuals. You can set up one lab for us, finish it, and name it after yourself or your organization. We need support to complete our lab complex. Again, we are looking for scholarships for our students. Some of them here, you saw them dancing, but only God knows how they managed thus far. And there are some people who are also struggling. So the university has some financial aid scheme. We are looking for support so we can offer the needy students some financial support to complete their studies. Again, if you want to set up an award scheme in your name, you are welcome. So when they finish the clinical year, they are coming to graduate. The award in your name for something that you are interested in, you can win that. The UHAS is growing in numbers. Next year or this year, we'll be moving into our new structure that you saw when you were coming down there. It is going to give us an extra 2005 space. And so we are looking and waiting for financial clearance to recruit more staff so we can bring in more students to train. This year, we had 13,000 plus qualified applicants, and we could only admit less than 2,000, 1,730, which is woefully inadequate. And it led to a lot of disappointments and all that. But you saw the campus, you saw our facilities. we stand for quality, and we cannot bring a lot of students in that we cannot ensure that we are training for the quality that we stand for. So on this note, we want to thank you all. I know that somebody will give the vote of thanks. But on behalf of management of the university, the two schools, we want to appreciate all our invited guests. I want to thank our former Vice Chancellor. I want to thank the choir and everybody else, our parents most especially. We thank you for bringing your children here. We thank you for supporting them through the journey thus far. And we hope that you will support them in the clinical year. The clinical year is very difficult. It's very tasking. The number of hours they spend, no holiday, 1 week, 2 weeks, they are starting another rotation. It's very, very, very stressful. And I want you as parents to support them emotionally, whatever they need so that they can complete. The first cohort of pharmacy students, the best national student was from UHAS. This year we didn't get it. I'm hoping that this batch will give me the best overall students. The medical student last year we had 100%. The following year, 1 or 2 casualties. This batch, you are here. I want 100% from you. And the PA students, when you write your licensing exam, all of you must pass. Must. Right? On this note, I want to thank you very much for helping me chair this program. God bless us all.
Good afternoon to you all. Good afternoon to you all, and all protocol observed. I'm very much grateful and privileged to give the vote of thanks for this momentous occasion. As we gather here to celebrate this year's White Coat ceremony, I must say that it's a rite of passage for our future healthcare professionals. And it reminds us of the hard work, commitment, and also the dedication that you have put on all these years to come to this far. Our first thanks go to the Lord Almighty for giving us the grace and mercy to have a very successful ceremony. We say thank you, God. Our next thanks goes to the Vice Chancellor, the Pro-Vice Chancellor, the special guests on the keynote speaker, everyone here present, the registrar and the management. We say thank you for giving us the approval and the support for us to have a very significant ceremony. With our collective thanks, we say that thank you to the deans, directors, and all other management positions or leaders that have made this ceremony a significant one. I would also like to extend my heartfelt appreciation to everyone, especially the invited and esteemed guests, for your time and your presence gracing this ceremony. If time is money, then I would say you've given us 1 million of that. We wish to extend our thanks to the organizing committee for this occasion. We deeply appreciate your meticulous planning for making this ceremony a very great one today. To our dedicated faculty and staff, your unwavering commitment to making sure that we have excellent teaching and mentorship can never be underestimated. And I say that you not only enrich the academic journey of these students, but also giving them that kind of preparation to step into their roles with confidence, commitment, and competence. Your undying dedication throughout the years in nurturing them to become future medical and professional pharmacists deserves our greatest gratitude. We also thank our families, friends, and loved ones who are here because of our students. We are here to celebrate the students, but also a backbone. It serves as a backbone for us to understand your encouragement, sacrifices, and support that you're giving us or them. We also want to thank our students. We are beamed with smiles and filled with great pride as we see you persevere and being resilient throughout the years. As you journey on, we wish you growth, fulfillment, and also contributions that will leave a lasting impact in the communities that you serve. Thank you, everyone here, for making this ceremony a successful one. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ophelia and Nefi, for the vote of thanks. We've had a very good program this morning, and it is thanks to the hard work of the committee that planned this program. So, if the committee members are here, Prof. Ayamba and your team, so we can appreciate you this morning. Can you please be upstanding? All right, so we thank you so much. God bless you. A few announcements before we go away. The first is on the photography. After the program, supposed to be sessions for the photography. I understand there will be one taken here for all the students who went through the white coats, and then behind the SBBS auditorium, where the staircase are, there's also a nice view there for us to go and stand and take pictures with our guests and our dignitaries. Are we okay? All right, and refreshments has also been planned, I am told. I'm trying to get you the venues. Okay, so for our invited guests, please, after the photography or the photo shoot, please proceed to the council chamber to be refreshed. SOP staff and students, you'll be taken care of at LH5, the pharmacy block. SOM PA staff and students, LH2 at the pharmacy block. I hope you all know that place. Don't get lost, otherwise your food will not find you. All right, so we will close by having a closing prayer by one of our white coats donned.
Please, shall we pray? Heavenly Father, we thank you for making this program a success. We say that, Lord, take all the glory. In Jesus' name, I will pray with thanksgiving. Amen.
We'll be taking the indoor or in-auditorium photos. So if the photographers are around. So please, let's all be upstanding. All right, so as we are standing, we'll take the UHAS anthem before we go. So the choir, if you are ready.
UHAS
remain standing as the photographs are taken.